Hi students, in the last class we discussed about introduction for the meiosis process, right? Coming to the next one, see in the last class we discussed about the types of meiosis also. There is an sporotic meiosis, right? Gametic meiosis, the very first one is the zygotic meiosis, right? We discussed about the different types of meiosis process. And coming to the meiosis, see meiosis occurs in very special cells. The cells are called as meiocytes. Meiosis takes place in very special cells. Okay, the cells are called as meiocytes. Cells are called as meiocytes. So why these are called as meiocytes? Because all cells are not involved in meiosis process. The cells are very special cells like spore mother cells or gametic mother cells. Zygote is act like a mother cell for the meiosis process in certain cases, not all the cases. Right? So what I am telling, in which cells meiosis takes place, the cells are called as meiocytes, which are very special and which are committed for the meiosis process. Right? So that is about that meiocytes. So meiocytes which are responsible for the meiosis process. Remember, during favorable conditions or unfavorable conditions, the meiosis will be takes place. Mitosis is not like this. Mitosis is not like that because mitosis process only occurs during favorable conditions. But meiosis not like that during favorable conditions or unfavorable conditions. I am talking about the external conditions. I am not talking about the internal conditions. Right? So the meiosis process occurs during favorable conditions or unfavorable conditions because the cells are committed for the meiosis. But mitosis is not like that. Mitosis occurs during favorable conditions only. So we know that mitosis process, right? We know about the vegetative reproduction process. Vegetative reproduction is done by the mitosis. So whatever that body parts are there, for suppose one of the plant twig part, if we cutted that twig part, if we plant it in the soil, again it produces the roots. That is nothing but one kind of layering method. It's a vegetative propagation method. So vegetative propagation method always requires the favorable conditions. So here what I am telling, mitosis required favorable conditions, meiosis not required favorable conditions, right? So that is about that mitosis and the meiosis differences, right? Coming to the meiosis, within the meiosis there is a two stages are there. One is called as meiosis 1, other one is called as meiosis 2. Meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, two stages are there. See, in meiosis 1, 2 daughter cells are produced. End of the meiosis 2, 4 daughter cells are produced. So what I am telling here, within meiosis there is in two stages are there. One is called as meiosis 1, other one is called as meiosis 2. Right? Within end of the meiosis 1, we got the 2 daughter cells. Again these 2 daughter cells are involved in the meiosis 2, right? Finally produces the 4 daughter cells. Right? So that is about that meiosis. Within that meiosis 1 and the meiosis 2, right? So here meiosis 1, interphase, within that meiosis 1 there is an interphase 1 is there, right? Karyokinesis 1 is there, cytokinesis 1. See, in meiosis 1, whatever that subphases are there or whatever that phases are there, right? All these phases are indicated by 1. So interphase 1, right? Karyokinesis 1, cytokinesis 1. Again, within that interphase, there is a G1 phase is there, S phase is there, G2 phase is there. G1 phase, S phase, and G2 phase. The same characters like what we have discussed in the cell cycle. G1 phase, synthesis of proteins, right? Most of these proteins are involved in the DNA replication process. S phase, okay, synthesis of DNA, right? Histone protein synthesis, right? In animal cells, centrioles replication is occurred, right? And G2 phase, protein synthesis, tubulin protein synthesis, right? Cytoplasm size is increased. See, the cytoplasm size increased more in G1 phase, right? So that is about that G1 phase, either in cell cycle or either in meiosis 1. Remember here in meiosis 1 DNA replication takes place. In meiosis 1 DNA replication takes place, right? So in S phase DNA replication takes place. So remember this point, right? Later we discussed. Karyokinesis. Karyokinesis, yeah, 1. Here the karyokinesis 1 indicates here, same, the nucleus division, right? There is an prophase 1, right? Metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1. These are the phases, prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1, right? The same events what we discussed, but this one is related to the meiosis 1. But remember, the mitosis is always different from meiosis. So here almost similar, but at some stages some differences are there, especially during the anaphase, and here anaphase 1. Okay, differences are there. Okay, we will discuss later, right? So here prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1. These are the phases are presented. So here remember, in mitosis process, in anaphase, number of chromosomes are doubled. Remember, in mitosis, anaphase is there. Within anaphase, number of chromosomes are doubled. That is the characteristic feature of anaphase. See, in meiosis, here anaphase 1, here number of chromosomes are reduced. Within anaphase 1, okay, within anaphase 1, number of chromosomes are reduced. For suppose initial 46 chromosomes are present. See, after the anaphase, the nucleus contains the 23 chromosomes only. Half of the chromosomes are reduced. Sir, how this is possible? How this one is occurred? Okay, we'll discuss. Okay, because each and every step we'll discuss. Okay, what are the changes that takes place in prophase 1, changes in metaphase 1, changes in anaphase 1, changes in telophase 1. We'll discuss for each and every phase, right? So this is the basic concept. Here the mitosis, anaphase 1. Here number of chromosomes are doubled, but in meiosis, anaphase 1, the number of chromosomes are reduced. Half of the chromosomes are reduced here. How? We'll discuss, right? So here prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1, right? See, again within that prophase there is 5 stages are there. Okay, these stages are very important, right? See, these stages, some of the special changes are occurs within these phases. Some of the special changes are occurs. So that's the reason why meiosis is quite different from remaining mitosis and the amitosis process. So within that prophase 1, leptotin is there, zygotin is there, packaging, right? Diplotin, diakinesis. There is a leptotin, zygotin, packaging, diplotin, diakinesis. These are the 5 phases are present. See, these 5 phases are very, very important. If I ask the question, mitosis is there, meiosis is there, which one is the better for the reproduction process? That is nothing but asexual reproduction is there, sexual reproduction is there, which one is the better, right? If I ask the question, okay, definitely most of the student give the reply meiosis. Again, I will ask the question why meiosis is better than mitosis, or why sexual reproduction is better than the asexual reproduction process. Remember, the meiosis occurred in sexual reproduction only, right? Mitosis is required for asexual reproduction. So what I am telling here, during sexual reproduction process, okay, or for the sexual reproduction process, meiosis is definitely required. But in vegetative reproduction process or in asexual reproduction process, there is no involvement of meiosis. So asexual reproduction process or vegetative reproduction process carried out by mitosis. So my question is here, which one is the better? Meiosis is the better, or sexual reproduction is the better. Why sexual reproduction is better? Because See, whatever that advanced organisms are there, all these advanced organisms are exhibited that sexual reproduction process. Along with that sexual reproduction process, evolution and the adaptation will be carried out. Evolution and the adaptation will be carried out. See, I already said your generation and your parental generation, which one is the advanced? Okay, see, your generation will be the advanced one, because see, in the every generation new characters are generated, and the characters are useful for the organism. Here also same concept, right? So by the meiosis process, okay, if the organisms are produced which are having advanced characters, that is nothing but evolution and the adaptation. Sir, why the sexually produced organisms, or why the meiosis produced organisms having evolution and the adaptation? Yeah, because crossing over. The answer is the crossing over. Within that meiosis process, there is a crossing over will be takes place. That crossing over is very important. See, the crossing over is nothing but exchange of genes and new characters are generated. Exchange of genes supporting for the generation of the new characters. The new characters generation is nothing but evolution and the adaptation. So the concept is very simple. Within the meiosis process, crossing over takes place. The crossing over is also called recombination process. So recombination or crossing over is nothing but exchange of the genes. So exchange of the genes supporting for the generation of the new characters. So if the new characters are generated which are useful to the organism, so that is nothing but evolution and the adaptation. So whatever that cells which are produced, whatever that organisms are produced by the meiosis process, which are having advanced characters, right? So that is about that, the importance of the meiosis compared with the mitosis, or importance of the sexual reproduction compared with the asexual reproduction. So between the sexual and asexual, which one is the better? Sexual reproduction is the better, right? So coming to that prophase one, okay, we already discussed. There is in stages are there: liptoting, zygoting, packeting, diploting, diakinesis. Sir, you said crossing over takes place. This is the entire meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. In which phase the crossing over takes place? In meiosis 1, crossing over takes place. Sir, in meiosis 1, in which phase crossing over takes place? In prophase 1, crossing over takes place. Sir, in prophase 1, at which phase the crossing over takes place? Packeting. At packeting stage, crossing over takes place. So for the evolution and the adaptation, which phase is very important? Packeting stage. Packeting stage is very important for the evolution and the adaptation. So the packeting is a very important stage for the exchange of the genes between two non-sister chromosomes, right? That one is called as crossing over, and that one is also called recombination, right? So that is about the importance of the packeting. So for the evolution and adaptation, which stage is important? Packeting stage is important, right? So there is a liptoting stage is there. The liptoting stage is also called liptonema. And next one is the zygoting stage. Zygoting stage is also called zygonema. The stage is also called zygonema, right? And packeting stage, this one is also called pachinema. Stage is called as pachinema. And diploting stage, this one is also called diplonema. Here diakinesis is always diakinesis, right? So that is about the other names of the substages of the prophase 1, right? So in entire these stages, which one takes the maximum time? Which stage takes the maximum time? General cases, packeting stage takes the maximum time. In all these phases, packeting stage generally takes the maximum time. But in some cases, right? Very rarely, not in all the cells, in some cases, very rarely, diploting stage takes the maximum time. But generally, okay, normal conditions, which stage takes the maximum time? Packeting stage, because in this phase crossing over takes place. But exceptional cases, diploting stage, okay, takes the maximum time. Okay, we know that one example is the oocytes produced by the amphibians. See, that is nothing but some of the amphibians produces the oocytes. So within the oocytes or within the amphibians, whatever the diplotin stage is there, the diplotin stage, okay, long lasting for up to years. That one is long lasting for years within the amphibian oocytes production. Within the amphibian oocyte production, not only the within the amphibians, in humans also. Within the humans also, it will require the maximum time, and maximum time is also taken by the diplotin stage. Maximum time is also taken by the diplotin stage. See, within humans also maximum time is taken by the diplotin stage, but generally we are okay having that example within that NCRT. That one is the amphibians. Amphibians oocyte production takes the maximum time, but normally maximum time is taken by the packaging stage. Normally maximum time is taken by the packaging stage. So here also simple thing, here the diplotin stage, condensation of chromosomes. Once the chromosomes are condensed, here there is an attachment which takes place. If the chromosomes are attached like this, the step is called as zygotin. The phase is called as zygotin. Here this is nothing but chiasma formation. After that chiasma formation, exchange of genetic material. This bit is shifted to here. This bit is shifted to here. Exchange of the genetic material takes place. That step is nothing but crossing over. Crossing over is occurs in the agatin. After that, whatever the chromosomes are closely associated, which are partially dissociated, the step is called as diplotin stage. In diakinesis, complete separation of the chromosomes. The step is called as diakinesis. See, this is a very simple explanation. Regarding to that prophase 1. But there are several changes are there. We will discuss in the next class for the each and every step, right? So again, the next one, metaphase 1. All chromosomes are arranged at the center of the cell. Right? See, within that anaphase 1, the anaphase 1 here, reduction of chromosomes will be takes place. Reduction of chromosome number, right? So the reduction especially takes place in the anaphase 1. Right? Telophase 1, again the same concept here. There is a nuclear membrane formation, right? So that is about the telophase 1. After that, again follows that cytokinesis process. There is nothing but division of cytoplasm. Right? So once the division of cytoplasm is completed, here exactly end of the cytokinesis, we have the two daughter cells. Right? That is about that meiosis 1. Remember, the meiosis 1 is very important one. Maximum time is taken, meiosis 1. Within that meiosis 1, there is an interphase 1, karyokinesis 1, cytokinesis 1, right? In this, again, here G1 phase, S phase, G2 phase. In S phase, DNA replication takes place. Right? In karyokinesis, prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1. Right? Again, here prophase 1, there is a leptotin, zygotin, packaging, diplotin, diakinesis. In all these stages, packaging stage is the very important one, because here crossing over takes place. Right? After that, cytokinesis. Two daughter cells are produced. And coming to the next one is the meiosis 2. Within that meiosis 2, there is an interkinesis. Remember, this phase is called as interphase and this phase is called as interkinesis. Actually, we have to choose this one is interphase 2, but we are not choosing this one is interphase 2. Why? Because within this interkinesis phase, there is an G1 phase is present and G2 phase is present. G1 phase is present and G2 phase is present. Here, which one is absent? S phase is absent. So that's the reason why this phase is not considered as interphase 2. That's the reason why this phase is called as interkinesis. This is a very short phase. That one is present between that meiosis 1 and the meiosis 2. Very short phase present between meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. The phase is called as interkinesis. Here there is an S phase is absent. So in entire meiosis process, how many times DNA replication takes place? One time. In the meiosis, how many times DNA replication takes place? One time DNA replication takes place. Right? That is about that interkinesis. And next one is the karyokinesis. Again, the similar story. Right? Prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2. prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2 and telophase 2. So here again in anaphase, here number of chromosomes are doubled. Here number of chromosomes are doubled. Here number of chromosomes are doubled. So in anaphase 1, number of chromosomes are doubled, right? In anaphase 1, number of chromosomes are doubled. Number of chromosomes are reduced. In anaphase 1, number of chromosomes are reduced. In anaphase 2, number of chromosomes are doubled. Here anaphase 2, right? Number of chromosomes are doubled, right? In anaphase 1, the number of chromosomes are reduced. So see, we have to give the name based on this one. For suppose here meiosis 1, that one is called as reduction division. Meiosis 1 is called as reduction division, right? Because in meiosis 1, in anaphase 1, reduction of chromosomes number will be occurred. In meiosis 1, in anaphase 1, reduction of chromosome number will be occurred. In meiosis 2, the meiosis 2 is considered as equal division. Meiosis 2 is considered as equal division, or this one is also called mitotic division. This one is also called mitotic division, because here number of chromosomes are doubled. Here means in anaphase 2, number of chromosomes are doubled. So what I am telling here, remember within meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, the basic difference is in anaphases, okay, within anaphase 1 and within anaphase 2, right, these two are contrast, because in anaphase 1, reduction of chromosome number will be occurred, but in anaphase 2, the number of chromosomes are doubled. See, the concept is initial 46 chromosomes are present, right? In end of the meiosis 1, the 46 chromosomes are divided into 23 and 23. That is nothing but end of the meiosis 1, 2 daughter cells are produced, and we said meiosis 1 reduction division, half of the chromosome numbers are reduced. So the 46 is divided into 23 and 23. And next concept is in meiosis 2, in anaphase 2, the number of chromosomes are doubled. The 23 becomes 46. This 23 becomes 46 in anaphase 2. Again, that 46 are divided into 23 and 23 and 23 and 23. Totally in meiosis process, 4 daughter cells are produced. 4 daughter cells are produced. Okay, here 4 daughter cells are produced. Within meiosis process, 4 daughter cells are produced, and all these daughter cells having set of chromosomes are end state. That is nothing but haploid state. Haploid state. The state is the haploid state. That is nothing but end state. So what I am telling here, within meiosis 1, reduction of chromosome number will be occurred. In meiosis 2, remember, right? Number of chromosomes are doubled. That is equals to mitotic division. So end of the meiosis, we have the 4 daughter cells, right? And these 4 daughter cells having set of chromosomes are haploid. There is nothing but end state. The state is the end state, right? That is about the meiosis. All of you remember, in meiosis the key points are meiosis 1 is the reduction division, meiosis 2 is the equals to that mitotic division, right? So in interphase 1, in meiosis 1, interphase 1, DNA replication takes place. Only one time DNA replication takes place in meiosis, right? In meiosis 2, interkinesis, there is no DNA replication process, right? In karyokinesis, prophase 1 is very important. In the prophase 1, right, packaging stage is very important one. Packaging stage is very important one. I like to ask one question. All of you think about this one. I'll explain the next class definitely. So in all these phases, okay, crossing over occurs in packaging stage. Why crossing over only occurs in packaging stage? My question is here. Why crossing over occurs in packaging stage only? Why not in other stages? Simple question. I said crossing over occurs in packaging stage or recombination occurs in packaging stage. Why that crossing over only occurred in packaging stage? Why not in other stages? Right? Just refer for this question, right? Otherwise, I will explain definitely in the next class, right? So that is about that meiosis process. The next class we will discuss about that each and every stage. Okay, for the detailed explanation we'll discuss in the next class, right?